Hi Leo, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2013. Before I go into that though, just to sort of an update or a reminder that the faster moving inner planets that I talk about every month are like, they come and they go, they make their entrances and exits, they're like actors on a stage, but actually the stage was built and the play was probably written and directed by the slower moving outer planets. So I'm just going to mention a couple of those now. Saturn is a particular one of note at the moment for you children of the Lion, because beginning back in October 2012, Saturn, the great challenger and tester of the zodiac, transited into an area which brought it into a more dynamic or harder angle to your sun sign. So the geometry changed there, and that means that you're now into this 2.5-year cycle of having to work harder at the foundations of your life. Whether those are external ones like property and your home and your neighborhood, or internal ones like, how you are emotionally, where you're anchored inside, and also perhaps personal relationships, family relationships. And so that is where you are most challenged, and it's Saturn's job to challenge us. That's her job. She tests so that we meet the challenge, we pick up the gauntlet, we clear the hurdles, we get stronger, and even if we mess up, slip up, trip up over the hurdles and are all over the place, at least in the midst of the challenge, we're learning how to, pull on or draw on our deeper strengths. So that's what Saturn is about there. Actually, Saturn's about a lot of other things, but just kind of in a nutshell sort of thing. And Saturn is going through this area until late 2014. But of course, the flip side of all the planetary energies is something different. So the flip side of Saturn is amazing a capacity to build, to shape. So Saturn is the great builder energy, and she will help you to construct a new foundation. She'll help you to build a new world from the ground up, or from the sort of very fundamental grassroots of yourself upwards, and that goes for family relationships as well, and anything that you've just been tolerating for a long time, regarding maybe your domestic setup, your place on the map, or your family relationships, will, now that Saturn is come to town, will need serious decisions. Serious considerations, and then serious decisions, and you will give your attention to these things because you will be compelled to. And especially as the past, elements of the past may come up again in the present, and those skeletons could be sort of rattling in the cupboard. And maybe you feel something of a lack regarding any of these areas here: family relationships, property, place on the map, community, neighborhood, how you are emotionally inside. And because of that, because it's her job to make you feel that things aren't right in that area there, because she is the great builder, she will help you to build as she channels through you. But you have to be consistent. You have to be, direct, almost like directed in a certain direction, disciplined about that, persevering about that, and don't expect Rome to be built in a day, because nothing happens quickly with Saturn. And I'm mentioning that because that planet there is in the hardest aspect to your sun sign, Leo. It's affecting about 4 to 7 degrees of Leo rising at the moment, or maybe 27th of July to 30th of August. You feeling it the most at the moment. But as I say, on the flip side of that coin, there's this wonderful building energy, and it just so happens that just now in May and June, Saturn is in a really great transit with Neptune, helping you to make real something that maybe you have dreamt about, deepening your spiritual understanding, making you more compassionate towards others if that's what's needed in this your own unique case, your own unique scenario. And you're able to probe into things more deeply, more sensitively, and you can discover something that you never knew was there, whether it's something external like property, or something to do with, you know, a space, a place, earth energies, something in nature, or whether it's to do with your family relationships. So it may have escaped you before, but with this Saturn energy here, helping it to come up to the surface, then it will be coming more into your conscious awareness. Now, for the month ahead, well, Leo, until the 21st, it's a busy and progressive phase. This is actually a great place for the sun to be, particularly for you, Leo, because you are ruled by the sun. You're the only sign in the zodiac that has a star for its ruler, and you are a bit of a star, really, aren't you? So because Leos do like to shine, Leos do like to, being a member of the cat family, of course, you do like to have your territory where you are overall ruler, and you know, you are center stage there, and there is no argument about that. And if you're anything else, then maybe you're just on the way to it now, because that is where, you know, this sign Leo needs to be, in some sort of position of a managerial position, overseeing position of being able to make an impact. You love the impact. And maybe even the dramatic flourish. And actually, with Saturn, where Saturn is with Neptune at the moment, you could actually be pulling, you know, be really getting people's attention, if you can, you know, take that energy on in that area of your life, which is really coming more from your inside out. Anyway, yes, this is a period when, what's been on the back burner for a long time, what's been in the back of your mind for a long time, will start to happen. The ball will start rolling. This is the area of your chart to do with the ball rolling forwards. This is a period when you can further things and think differently. Maybe, you know, there's something unexpected comes up which enables things. Also, unexpected events or unconventional to you or unfamiliar to you influences could be in the mix now as well. But you know, this could be inspiring. It doesn't have to be shocking, although every now and again, with the sun in this area here, something might come up which kind of makes us do a sharp intake, a breath, but then almost immediately you can maybe take a step back and observe it in a different kind of way, because this area that the sun is in is an area to do with it's to do with, it's a bit of a wild card, really. It's a bit of a joker, you know. It's kind of the maverick area of the chart, so it's like the trickster area of the chart. So there's an awful lot more beyond the actual events that present themselves. But in general, this is a time when, as I say, you can get going with things that you've been waiting to do. And because it is ruled by Uranus, Uranus being in such a stunningly good angle to your sun sign at the moment, and has been over the last 2-3 years, it could really catapult you into a new sort of a new perspective. Or it could connect you in with people or with ideas which are really, you know, giving you sort of giving you a boost and sort of brushing the dust off maybe some old ideas or old plans that you just sort of shelved before. Networking is highlighted as well. Anything techno is highlighted. And in general, a governing factor won't be so much what you know is who you know with the sun here, and also what you can achieve together in cooperation with others or through your contact with them, through your association with them. So this is a time when you can be innovative and be feeling inspired to follow up on things. And then from the 21st, the energies quieten down, they get very different. The sun goes into a background area of your solar chart. What's going on behind the scenes will tend to become center stage. Even though, you know, the world doesn't go away, that you can't get off the merry-go-round, other things are happening which will pull you outwards again. But where the sun will be is in this very private area, maybe to do with the past, maybe not, maybe there's something, you know, on the drawing board that you want to continue that needs your ongoing attention, and or it can be somebody that needs your ongoing attention, and you need to give them some more support. But also you could be needing support yourself. Others might not realize how much is going on for you, because this is also a karmic house. Mercury is also in that area there. Mercury is in a long transit in that very background area. And it means that your mind tends to be introspective. You're always, even though that you tend to put on an amazingly good front, Leo, fantastic. Nobody would ever guess. The show must go on, and you don't show when you're low, sort of thing. But Mercury is in these deeper levels. You've been for a long time now. More self-reflective, more open maybe to emotional or states or subtle energies as well. This is another way this can work. Preoccupied, really. And of course something going on behind the scenes, something on your desk, something on your drawing board. You can be getting on with that really, really well. In fact, lots of writing can be done with Mercury in this background area. So, and reading too, of course, but anything to do with anything like that, but anything to do with the arts as well. And at this time, you do your best thinking in a kind of restful, semi-conscious state, but also in a nurturing type environment, a relaxed environment, or in a kind of a special private bubble with others. And your imagination is working as well as your intuition, and the energies there are also potentially healing energies. So maybe you are connecting with others in a healing kind of a way, or even in a spiritual kind of a way. I say even, I mean really that should be top of the list. But also because it's Mercury, some things aren't clear, things are hanging fire, some things still aren't resolved. Maybe you're waiting on a piece of paper, maybe it's you that are sort of covering sheets of paper, but you haven't got to the end of it yet. So, and you don't know about your scheduling, and you don't know, not sure about the time frame, you're not sure about the answer to something. You're not sure about the question, because if you don't have the question, you can't get the answer. So maybe it's still the question you're trying to frame. Whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, with Mercury here until August the 9th, you can feel preoccupied, but you can also feel as though not everything is clear yet. And Mercury does go retrograde on the 26th of this month, so that can sort of start to slow things down a little bit. And you just got to be take a little bit longer with your mental processing, but also with anything to do with travel and vehicles as well. Now, Venus is in that background area too for most of the month. She goes in there on the 3rd and she comes out on the 28th. So you're more inclined to tuck yourself away, go in for some self-pampering, go and have a massage, go and have a treatment done if you can. Do some stuff yourself, which is completely free, sit down and kind of write out everything that you're thinking, everything that you're feeling. A book called The Artist's Way is very, very good. I recommend that to Leos who are feeling the need for some of this sort of deeper internal seeking and questioning and spiritual seeking as well. And you could be called upon to do things on behalf of others, or for others. And in certain situations, you just got to keep your feelings to yourself. You may be feeling certain things, but you just can't, say them. And others can be oblivious to what's going on. Your natural urge to assist, though, will, may be called upon, and you're there as a bridge in some way, perhaps with support and advice. But also because it's Venus in this very background area, then that artistic side, that imaginative side, or that side of connecting in a team for others who are working towards a common goal, who are working towards the common good, that's all far more likely in this kind of closed circle environment I was talking to you about before. You could develop yourself further through imaginative work, dream work, art, psychology, anything like that with Venus here. And however it is for you, it is time for you to protect yourself a little bit more, Leo. Protect your boundaries, protect your energies, and wherever possible, do beautiful healing things for yourself in good company, of course. But of course you can, just be on your own. But with Venus there, you like to have somebody alongside as a companion. Now, this is a period when you could be mixing with associates or friends you feel a connection with, who have interests and aims in common. That's because of where Mars is. It's a very future-orientated phase, and others could be looking to you to give them the lead on something. Now, Jupiter begins a new cycle on the 26th of June, and for about a year thereafter, letting go and forgiving will be a key theme, because that will help you to grow. Jupiter's going into the sign before yours, and it's quite a spiritual area, it's a karmic area. So no matter how difficult and how insignificant it may, any action, any gesture that you make may feel at the time, know this, that it will add to the pool of goodwill for us all. Nothing goes unnoticed. It is all noticed, and it all adds to, what we're all in together here. And so this is a good time for you to be, tying up the loose ends karmically, but also developing things behind the scenes, imaginative work, inner work, healing work, spiritual work. And also this is the area when you can be your own worst enemy, overdoing things, being too self-indulgent. You Leos between the 23rd and born between the 23rd and 24th of July, or with from 23 degrees rising and up to 2 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. It'll give you another slant on what I've said here. Also, if you want to know what the outer slower moving planets are doing, go to my website and you'll see which part of your sign they're influencing the most at the moment. And I'll see you the next time.